Good morning, children. Sai Ram. Welcome back to our online class. And once again, we are back with our interesting and incredible topic, reproduction in animals, part 2. So, what we learned in part 1, what is reproduction, why do animals reproduce, and the animals that give birth to babies, and the animals that lay eggs. I hope you must have read your textbook, okay? And we also did some activity that animals that lay eggs and the animals that give birth to babies. Now you are able to find out the animals that lay eggs and the animals that give birth to babies. Now today we are going to learn how babies hatch from eggs and become adult. Now can you name some animals that lay eggs? Like birds, yes, birds lay eggs. Frogs, frogs also lay eggs. Snakes and insects. And where do they lay their eggs? So different animals they choose different places to lay their eggs and protect the eggs, and they will hatch and they protect their babies, their young ones also in their nest or holes or somewhere like this. Now let us first see, yes, today we are going to learn the babies, how babies hatch from eggs and become adults. Now, yes, where do the birds lay eggs? So birds, they build their nest. So there are many birds. Yes, we have seen many birds. There are very tiny birds, medium-sized birds, big birds, very big birds, and very, very big birds. So there are variety of many kinds of birds we have seen. So birds, they build the nest to lay the eggs. And which bird lay eggs? It's a male bird or a female bird? It is a female birds lay eggs. So birds build nests to lay eggs. The female birds lay eggs. So remember this, the female birds lay eggs. That is mother bird. What is this? Mother bird lay eggs. Now, snakes. Where do they lay eggs? So generally the snakes, they pay the least attention when their eggs are laid. They don't even bother about their eggs. So they lay anywhere. So many species of snakes will deposit their eggs. So where do these eggs are laid? Snakes lay eggs in the dips or shallow holes found in sand or warm grass or in small holes that are sometimes covered with grass or leaves in order to hide the eggs from potential predators like rancons. Rancons is an animal which eats the eggs of an other animals. There are many animals that eats the eggs of the other animals. You have seen the snakes, it climbs on the tree, it creeps on the trees and eats the bird's nest. Yes, okay. So these snakes, they lay eggs anywhere wherever they find. Okay, like shallow holes, sand or grass or small holes or that is covered with the grass. Okay, now while some snakes like pit vipers and coral snakes may lay just two to four eggs only. So some snakes lay eggs only 2 or 4 eggs only. Other snakes, they lay eggs up to 100 eggs. Oh my god, isn't it very amazing? So some snakes lay eggs of 100 eggs or more. So more than 100 at a time. At a time means at one time more than 100 eggs these snakes will lay. But the snakes like vipers and the coral, they lay just only 2 or 4. Okay. The hatchlings bite their way out of the soft eggs with a special tooth that they lose soon after the birth. So how do these baby snakes come out? The eggs are so soft. The snake's eggs are so soft. So the baby eggs will develop inside the egg and it just bite with their teeth and then it comes out. And that special teeth they lose up when they grow. Okay. Now, so here they does not hatch, it does not break and come out. It just prick. The baby snake just prick itself and then it comes out. So where do insects lay their eggs? So have you seen the insects like mosquito, grasshopper, butterflies, beetles? Yes, where do these insects lay their eggs? So insects lay their eggs in soil, that is mitti, in soil, and on plants, in and on animal bodies. So on the animal bodies also these insects lay eggs, and in water. So that is why they say the water should not stagnate in one place. Otherwise mosquitoes will lay their eggs in that and many mosquitoes will, and we will have a lot of diseases, right? So where do these insects lay their eggs? In the soil and on plants. So plants also, that is why we need to wash the green leafy vegetables thoroughly and then use it for cooking, right? Otherwise these eggs will go inside our stomach and will fall sick. So insects lay their eggs in soil, on plants and on animal bodies and in water. Okay, so the place varies with a kind of insect. Like mosquito, it lays the eggs in water, and some insects they lay eggs on leaves, and some insects on soil, some insects on animal bodies. Okay, so it depends upon the place, it depends upon the kind of insects. So although the lifetime fecundity varies, means the lifetime fecundity, the whole life of an insect, so it varies less than 10 to several millions of eggs. So for an insect, for in a lifetime, it lays up to millions of eggs, and most insects lay between 1 or 200 and a couple of thousand eggs. So at a time they lay eggs 100 or 200 or thousands of eggs So many eggs at a time they lay their eggs, these insects. Okay. Now where do the frogs lay eggs? The frog lay eggs in water. Frogs lay its eggs in water to prevent them from getting dried up. Otherwise, if it lays the eggs on plants or on the land, it will get dry. That is why the frog lays its eggs in water. So the stages of life of a frog is, so first they become like a tadpoles which looks like a small baby fish and which swims in the water. So why do frogs lay eggs in water? Because the young tadpoles that come out after hatching have gills. So same like a fish, as the only breathing organ. Why do fish have gills? For breathing. It takes in the oxygen to its mouth and they give out carbon dioxide through the gills. So this gills helps out in breathing. That requires them to swim underwater to breathe. So when the baby frogs come, that is when it is hatched out of the water, it looks like a small baby fish that is called tadpole. that is called tadpole. So it swims in the water and it has a gills. So through that gills, it can breathe. So it is the only organ that tadpole has got it, and it keeps the tadpole alive. And after some months, it develops into a frog, adult frog. Okay. Now look at this variety of nest. So there are many varieties of nest we can see of different birds. So why do these birds build their nest? So they lay their eggs like this. They lay their eggs. Can you see the babies here? So can you see the babies here? So these mothers protect their young ones in the nest. See how beautifully it is. This bird is weaving its nest. Yes, with the help of, so is anyone helping this bird? No, it is doing on its own. So we have different nests, different types of nests. See how beautiful it is. So inside this, it enters here and lay its eggs. So how do the eggs look? So the egg look like this. So many people have the habit of eating eggs. They eat the hen's egg. So hens gives us egg, which is full of proteins and good for health. Some people eat eggs every day. So when the egg is broken, when you break the egg, so you can see like this. So take an egg and break it in a plate. So you can see the egg like this, which is white color and which is yellow color. So we have two parts, two colors you can see inside this egg, and it is covered with a shell. This egg is covered with the shell, hard shell. It is little hard. So when you break out this, you can see the egg like this, the white color part and the yellow color part. And let us now learn about the structure of an egg. Let us learn about the structure of the egg. So many birds build nests to lay the eggs, and the female birds lay the eggs. Now in the center of the egg, in the center of the egg, there is a yellow part. Yellow portion is called the yolk. So in the center of the egg, so this is the center inside this egg, in the center. So when you take the egg, in the middle, you have this yellow portion, which is called yolk. Y-O-L-K, which is called yolk. And its top is the developing baby called the embryo. And on this yellow part, there is a small red color where the baby develops. That is called embryo. And the yolk also contains food for the embryo. That is a small red color part which forms the baby, and this yolk also contains food for that baby. Surrounding the yolk is a white portion. So surrounding. So if you take an egg, in between the yolk is there, and surrounding the white part is called the albumen. The white part is called the albumen. It protects the embryo. And provides water and protein to it. Now let us see the structure of an egg. So this is the egg, and you have the yellow part in the center, and this is the white part, and you have the tiny red color which is called embryo, So this tiny white part is called the embryo. Okay, so what is embryo? The baby develops here. So the developing baby, that is called the embryo. Baby develops in the embryo. Okay, and this yellow part is called the yolk. The yellow part is called the yolk. And this white part which surrounding the yolk, that is called the albumen. And the outer part is called the shell. The outer part which we can touch, that is called the shell. So this is the structure of a hen's egg. So all the animal's egg contains this structure only. So inside the eggs, where do the babies form? So babies forms in the embryo and it gets food from its yolk. And this white color part, they supply the protein to the embryos, to the babies. Okay. So after the eggs are laid, that means when the eggs come out from the mother's body, so one of the parent bird, so father bird and mother bird, one of the parent bird, usually most of the time only mother bird, sits on them. So mother bird, when the egg is laid in the nest, when the legs are come out of the mother's body, what will the mother bird do? It sits on the eggs. Why it is sitting? So do you have any idea? So it sits on the eggs to keep them warm. When you hug your mother, how do you feel? You feel very warm. So in the same way, the mother bird sits on the egg and keeps the egg warm. Keeps the egg warm. This is called incubation. This is called incubation of eggs. See how the hen is sitting on the egg. So all the animals which lay eggs, pigeons, hens, parrots, penguins. So whichever animals that lay eggs, so after laying the eggs, it sits on the eggs. It sits on the eggs and make the eggs warm. Warm means little heat. So from the mother's body, heat comes out. Then the eggs will become warm. The eggs will become warm. So this is called incubation. This is called incubation. And the baby birds start growing inside the eggs. So this mother bird, they will not go out anywhere. They will not go out to search for the prey also. They will not eat the food also. They continuously sit on the eggs. So the baby birds start growing inside the eggs. After few weeks, when the baby birds are fully developed, they break open. And who opens? It itself breaks open the shell and comes out. See how these swan, these birds, all the birds, they sit on their eggs. That is called incubation. Now after some weeks, the baby birds, it breaks open the shell and comes out. See how it is coming out? It is breaking out and slowly it comes out. And they are so weak. They don't have feathers, only they have mouth and small tiny eyes. The parent birds feed the baby birds. See how it is coming out? So cute it is looking. See, only their mouth can see. Mouth is open for the food. So it comes out like this. So when the baby birds are developed inside the egg, they break open. They will hatch the egg. They break open the egg and they come out, and it looks like this. Okay, and these, after they come out, they are so weak. They can't fly because they don't have feathers. Do they have feathers on their body? No, only the eyes, just mouth, okay, beaks. So what do the mother birds do? The parent birds feed and protect the young birds until they can look after themselves. See how it is feeding? They bring the worms and they give to their babies. See how it is protected? So slowly, see these parrots so beautiful, the wings. So the mother bird is caring of their baby bird so much. See the swan, they have a lot of feather. Mother bird is having a lot of feathers, and to get the warmness, so all the baby birds are just entering inside the mother's feather to feel warm. And when they feel warm, they feel good, and slowly after some days feathers grow. Until that, mother bird, the parent birds, they look after the young birds until they look after themselves. See the peacock, so they see how they are taking care. So these baby peacocks, they do not have feathers, so mother bird, they take care so much. All the animals, so who takes care of you? Parents, right? So when you can take care of yourself, they will leave you. So same way, babies here, the animals also, they take care of their babies like the human. So it always likes to, the birds always likes to live with their own species. So we should not keep it in a cage, right? Now children, in your textbook you have page number 73. Page number 73. So page number 73, you can open the diagram of a bird's egg. It is there. So you can just, whatever I have taught you in this video, you can draw the egg. So you can draw the egg like this. Draw the yolk, color it, show the embryo in red color and albumin and the shell. So draw a beautiful structure of an egg and name the parts. Neatly draw the line, put the arrow marks and label it nicely. Label it means you have to write its parts. Okay, so you have in your textbook also page number 63. So I hope the picture is clear. I hope you all will do and practice this. This question is sure for the exam. Okay, now, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you have to label all these parts. So we will continue our lesson in the next session. Until then, stay home, stay safe. Bye bye children. Thank you.